Ladies, let's face it, being a woman is hard. Especially these days. You want to succeed in your career, have financial independence. You want to be heard in a male-dominant boardroom. You want to be equal, but you also want to be feminine. You want to be nurturing. You want to be loved. You want to be married. You want to have children. You want to build home. Society has always dictated how women should be, and you had to fight to be a strong, independent woman. You had to consistently break glass ceiling to be heard, to be seen. And God forbid, if you're strong, then you are called bossy. If you're assertive, then you are too intimidating. If you are gentle and empathic, then you're too emotional. So many rules to follow, and doesn't matter how much you try, it's never enough. Can you relate? I have spent more than 20 years dealing with challenges and hardships. Life kept showing me difficulties, and I kept tackling them as they were thrown at me. So it's safe to say that all those challenges have made me very strong and resilient. The issue is the modern world has made it very difficult for us to be who we are, because all the conditioning and all the traps that comes with being a woman. So in this video, I'm going to share the 5 worst habits that keeps women weak. So the number 1 is being walked all over, having no boundaries. Especially in relationships, I've noticed a lot of women, even my friends, some of my friends in the past, who behave like they have no strength. When they are in a relationship, they feel so weak, and they feel that because they are in love, the guy can walk all over them. He can do anything he wants, and they allow that to happen. And then they get mistreated. They are not valued. They are not treated well, and they feel not good about themselves. And then the breakup happens, and then they feel, what did I do wrong? I've given so much to this guy. I've done everything. I'm the best woman. I've treated him with love and care, but still he left me. Can you relate? Does that happen? And it does happen, because I've experienced it so many times. I speak to women and I realize that it's so common that we find ourselves in this weak position where we feel that we are being walked all over, that we are not being treated with love, care, compassion. We are not being valued and respected. And I'm very passionate about this, because I feel that no one should ever make you feel less than, ever. And that's it. That's a full statement. No one should ever make you feel less than, because you are born worthy. So any human being, if they are mistreating you, especially in relationship, if a man is mistreating you, if you are being disrespected, if you're not being valued, then why are you there? What is keeping you? And that's where I feel that most women don't realize that having boundaries, having self-respect, being able to really connect with who you are, and really showing your boundaries, your values, your character, it is attractive, because this is who you are. By allowing a man to treat you the way he wants to treat you is a bad thing. That is making you weak. That is putting yourself down, and should never, ever, ever allow any man to mistreat you, because it is not how it should be. You are born respected, valued, worthy, and you must, doesn't matter how good looking, doesn't matter how much money he has, doesn't matter how amazing he is, doesn't matter how much love you feel for this man, you should never allow him to mistreat you. Because the relationship works when two people feel equally respected in a relationship. If any one of them feel disrespected or less valued, then that relationship is not a right relationship. You have to both feel respected. And sometimes some people, and I guess most human beings, when they feel that they can cross boundaries, when they feel that they can mistreat you, then they will mistreat you. They will cross boundaries. That's why it's so important to have your standard, to have your value, to have your character strong. So regardless of who the other person is and how much love you feel for that person, you never compromise your values. You never compromise your respect. And that is a healthy way to be. And I've noticed women say, and they think, and that's the conditioning, that everything is allowed in love and war. Have you heard that phrase? And I do not believe that. I think it's completely rubbish, because nobody should. Nobody should walk all over you. Nobody should mistreat you. Nobody should devalue you, disrespect you. That is not love. That is not love. Respect is healthy. Being valued is healthy. Feeling worthy is healthy. Feeling love for yourself is healthy. Every time you compromise that, you should know that you need to work on yourself. You need to allow yourself to feel worthy. You need to work on your values. You need to work on your self-respect. Every time you compromise, you need to realize, you need to become aware that you need to work on yourself, because this is not healthy. It's unhealthy to allow anybody in the name of love to mistreat you. That's all I'm going to say in this. And I can go on about this, but I really want to make it clear. This is how you can maintain your self-worth. You should never lose yourself. And that's the thing, any relationship, if it's making you lose yourself, lose who you are, then it's not a healthy relationship. And you have to learn to stay in your energy, your standards, your value, your self-respect, and come from that space and speak your standards, speak your truth, and allow yourself to be in this space, being a woman, being who you are, regardless of compromising or how you feel. Your emotions should not dictate your values. That's what I want to say. It's really important to feel the feeling, feel the love, but maintain your values. If you do compromise, that is making you weak, and it doesn't serve you in the long run, because the man who you are trying to please so much, he is going to leave you. That's the harsh truth. He is going to leave you because he feels that he can treat you regardless. He can do anything and you will still be there. And that's not a position you want a man to be in. You do not want to make yourself feel less, because you are so worthy, you're so valued. Why would you do that to yourself? The next point, and I'm aware that some women may not like this, but I'm still going to share because I think it's really key, it's really important, and it's really to realize being a woman, what is really being a woman is. I'm feeling so passionate right now because I feel like nobody has made a video like this. I haven't seen it, and I feel like it is so important to share. The second habit that is making you weak is using being a woman as weakness, playing a victim card. I've seen that so much, and I have done that in the past myself when I was feeling very weak emotionally. I have done that. We have been conditioned so much by the society to, as a woman, you are weak. And I think when we talk about strength and weakness, we only look at physical strength and physical weakness. What we forget, emotionally, women are so much stronger. Emotionally, women can be so much stronger if they want to. When a woman plays this victim card or plays this, I'm a woman so I'm weak, it is not right. It is not the truth. Being a woman is not a weakness. Giving birth is the strongest thing any human being can do. It's the utmost strength required to give birth, to have children. So how does being a woman becomes a weakness? How does that happen? It doesn't. We have been conditioned to believe that we are weak. In reality, women are the strength in the society. the amount of work women do, regardless of in your work environment, regardless of in at home, building a family, having children, nurturing children, is the strongest thing. And I feel that if you play that you're a victim because you're a woman, I need you to stop doing that. It is not true. It is not true. You are not weak as a woman. You are actually the strongest as a woman. So really important to cultivate this feeling of strength, really understanding that you are strong. Having empathy is strength. Nurturing nature is strength. Having kindness, they are all feminine traits and they are strength. They are not weakness. Even in work environment, if you are empathic as a leader, that is not a weakness. That is a strength. It is so important for you to realize all of these things are strength. The next bad habit that makes women weak is not speaking their truth, not sharing, not being authentic, not being real, because they feel they will not be heard. So they try to shut themselves down. They play too small. They keep themselves very feminine and sweet and nice, which is all good. But you have a voice. You have to use your voice, your opinions, your thoughts. You have a mind, you have a heart. You have to use it. You have to use your wisdom to translate your feelings, to translate, to communicate in work environment. Speak your truth, delegate, speak in meeting. Allow yourself to be in a position to speak. When you shut yourself down because there are 10 men in the meeting room and you are the only woman, and it happens a lot where, oh, I'm the only woman in the room, so I may keep it very gentle and just man is the strong and he's supposed to lead. But in work environment, if you want to be equal, it's not equality of physical strength, it's the equality of emotional strength, but also the leadership position, the equality of opportunity, equality of thoughts, equality of being treated fairly. That's what being equal means, being able to say what you need to say. You're using your intelligence, you using your wisdom, using your skills and learnings and experiences to share your knowledge. And I have seen it. The woman is there and she may have a global position, but she tends to be either very masculine because she thinks that she has to be a male in order to survive in a male dominant environment, or she will be too passive, too submissive, too gentle, and too people pleasing kind of attitude, which is keeping her, because she feels that's how she can survive. So there's two extremes. Either women are too masculine or they don't speak at all. There is a middle ground. You can be gentle, but you can still be assertive. You can speak your truth, but still be polite. You can demand respect, but it's still being a woman. You don't have to speak like a man to be heard. You can have gentle strength, authentic, real you, and still share your wisdom, your thoughts. You do not have to become a man to do that. That's another point that keeping women weak when they don't speak their truth, they don't stay authentic to who they are, and they shut themselves down, especially in a work environment. The next habit that is keeping women weak is not trusting their gut, not trusting their intuition, their instinct. We are born with intuition. As a man or a woman, we all have instincts. When a woman doesn't trust herself, when a woman doesn't trust her being and trust her feelings, it allows other people to dictate her life, because she has given up her power. She has given up who she is. She relies on other people to tell her what to do, to dictate her life. And obviously, again, it's a social conditioning where a male will decide, make decision and lead, and women have to be passive and she just has to follow. It's okay to follow, but you need to know when to follow, and when to lead. It's a beautiful way to be a woman because you can choose to lead and you can choose to follow. It depends on the situation. It's nice for a man to lead in a relationship in a certain aspect, but it's also nice to be, as a woman, being able to have that emotional strength and lead in certain part of relationship and be passive in certain way and be active in certain way. And that was create being a wholesome woman, being a wholesome human being, that not be just, okay, you're a man, you should do this. So we are conditioned, like as a child, we follow our father and their footstep and see what our father or brother telling us. When we get married, we follow what our husbands are telling us. When we have children, we follow what our son are telling us. This is again, and I've seen that so many times that it happened that as a woman, you have to be passive, you have to be feminine because that's when you are accepted, that's when you are celebrated. It's not true. You can be both. You can trust yourself. You can speak your truth. You can be in your power. You can still be a woman. You don't have to become a man to lead. You can be a woman. You can have that feminine traits. Speak your truth. Still have the strength and assertiveness and conviction and confidence to speak how you feel, to speak your truth, to have that power, to trust your intuition, to be who you are. And the final habit that women are doing, which are making them weak, is trying to fit in. Trying to fit in a box which has been created by a society for women. Trying to consistently be in that box. They shouldn't be too bossy. They shouldn't speak loudly. They shouldn't share so many thoughts. Otherwise, they have too many opinions and don't know what she thinks about herself. And then she is not a woman, she's becoming a man. Who says speaking up is a male trait? Who says having strength to share your wisdom is a male trait? Who says these are all the conditioning to stop you from being who you are, to stop you from being your true self, to stop you from being, because society knew that women always been the strongest, but because we've lived in the male dominant society and men ruled the world forever and we were controlled in a way to keep ourselves weak, to keep ourselves small, to keep ourselves in a box. Just be quiet, be pretty, be shy, and just be a trophy. Just be, just smile and just be. And that's it. That's what women were. Look pretty and stay quiet and get married, have babies, and that's it. And look after the house, look after home. That was the conditioning. That's what women are. But obviously we fought and we came so far, but it's still that generational conditioning, societal consciousness conditioning has been there for centuries and centuries and centuries, thousands of years, that we still, even though we are independent, even though we are working and we think that we are free, we are strong, independent women, reality is we still have these underlying beliefs, conditioning, subconscious belief. To be a woman, we have to be small, we have to fit in, otherwise we will not get married, otherwise men would not like us, otherwise we will not be appreciated as a woman, otherwise we'll be too masculine, otherwise we will be too this or too that. Reality is you can be a woman and take action. You can be a woman and speak your truth. You can be a woman and lead, and you can be a woman and be financially free, financially independent. You don't have to lose being a feminine to be independent, to speak your truth, to be who you are. You can be a goddess. You can be super woman, Wonder Woman. You don't have to be man to be that. So it is really important to break these boundaries, break these beliefs which you've held on to for years and years to fit in. You don't need to fit in when you are born to stand out. So this is what I wanted to really share in this video. It's a little bit longer, but I think it's really important to share these thoughts and wisdom with women, and I hope you found this useful. I also wanted to share that few spots have been opened up to be coached by me. So if you would like to release emotional pain, build emotional strength and resilience, then do complete a short application on my website, which I will link it below for you to complete to qualify for a clarity call with me to see if we are right fit to work together. Like this video if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and this is the next video you should watch, which is about if you have no friends at this moment and if you are going through hardships by feeling isolated and feeling alone, then do check this video out.